Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, and welcome back to Green River. This is episode number 33, and this will be, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the finale for Green River, the finale for Farm Sim 17, I believe, unless, of course, Farm Sim 19 is just a flop, and I certainly don't think it is. I have been watching today in the real world. It is Thursday, the 15th of November, and probably just like you, I have been watching some of the preview partners, some of the Giants preview partners, those folks that have been so lucky to get an early copy of Farm Sim 19 to preview it for all of us who are not so lucky, but just will have to be certainly patient and wait until either the 20th or until we get back from our Thanksgiving break and everything. And I've got to say that I'm certainly looking forward to the release of 19, as I have been for quite some time. And I'm certainly not seeing anything that is leading me to believe that 19 is going to be a flop in any way whatsoever. I think it's going to be an absolute gem. That's my opinion. Again, just sort of looking at it from the preview perspective and everything. And well, we are here on the main farm, and we're just sort of scooping up some of this manure just to kind of alleviate our burdensome pile here, and just decided to switch over to the little Pottinger universal loader here instead of getting the Fraze, which actually was up at the biogas facility, or the compost plant actually is where it was. So we're just going to basically head up there and dump this manure into the compost facility, and then we may haul a load of compost and sell that, and then I think we're going to come back down this direction and probably pick up a flatbed trailer and maybe haul a load of prepackaged, packaged, what am I thinking about here? Straw pellets. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed your almost first week with Farm Sim 19. Of course, you guys are watching this on Monday, the 26th of November, and I should be back in Colorado by this particular point in time, and I may have even had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Farm Sim 19. That is certainly my plan. If all goes as according to plan, we will arrive back into Colorado on Saturday evening, and that would be, I think, like the 24th, I think it is. And then I'm certainly hoping that between getting laundry done and running into that post there with the pipe, but getting laundry done and kind of getting things back in some order and getting ready for the work week ahead and everything, that I will have a few hours to spend with Farm Sim 19, and maybe even crank out my first Farm Sim 19 episode Let's Play there on one of the new maps. Now, I most likely am leaning towards playing the American map that I believe it is based someplace on the West Coast. The name of it does escape me right now, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and so most likely that is going to be what I'm going to play. How I'm going to play it, what I'm going to do, all those kind of things, I do not know at this particular point in time. But we'll figure it all out together, and of course, I'll be watching. Hopefully, I'll be watching some Doug Zorley episodes, and maybe even Eustace Farmer episodes, Farmer Klein, some of those guys. Hopefully, we'll have put out some Farm Sim 19 content. And we'll kind of catch up on things if I have any sort of questions or things like that. So I'm certainly looking forward to it. I know you guys are as well, and we've been talking about this for quite some time now, and might as well go ahead and just sort of bite the bullet and get ready to go. And that's one of the reasons why I thought that this would possibly be my last episode on Farm Sim 17, simply because first of all, if I am lucky enough to spend some time with 19 on Sunday, the day before you're actually watching this episode, then that means hopefully I've been able to get an episode recorded, edited, rendered, uploaded, and all that good stuff to YouTube, and that would appear most likely on either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to sort of try to pace myself, keeping with maybe at a maximum of 3 episodes per week, maybe on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. We'll just kind of have to see how it goes. But I would like to try to get something going on 19. So I thought, well, I could do 2 more episodes. I could do this episode, which you're watching on Monday, do a last episode on Wednesday. But I think that most likely, with you guys getting 3 episodes after 19 actually drops, I'm kind of thinking you guys are going to be so interested in playing 19 for yourself and maybe watching other folks play 19 that you might not be so interested in what I've got to say and do on Farm Sim 17. So we're just basically gonna call it quits with this episode, and I think everybody will just be happy and pleased, and I know I certainly will be. So the last few episodes I have been sort of talking about, sort of reminiscing, sort of talking about the top mods and maps and things of that nature that I've certainly enjoyed about Farm Sim 17. And a few episodes ago, I sort of showcased the top maps. 2 episodes ago, I believe, I sort of showcased some of the top what am I thinking here? Script-based kind of mods and stuff. Things like Courseplay, things like the Seasons mod, GPS mod, etc., etc., etc. So with this episode, the final episode for Farm Sim 17, I'm going to kind of run down my list of my favorite equipment type mods. And of course, these are not really ranked in any specific order, so if you're thinking that I'm ranking from either least favorite to most favorite or most favorite to least favorite, I'm not. I just kind of recorded or sort of jotted down a list of things that I have been sort of enjoying playing, and I would have to put and again, it's not any sort of favorite or anything, but I've really enjoyed the John Deere 7430, 7530 Premium. This was a mod that came out on the Giants Mod Hub, and I think it really surprised a lot of folks because I think at the early stages of after the release of Farm Sim 17, we all pretty much assumed that there would not be any John Deere equipment added to the Mod Hub, to the Giants Mod Hub, because we felt as if that was almost sort of a direct reflection of Giants, and therefore things that might not have a licensing agreement or some kind of agreement with the manufacturer might not be there. But hey, they surprised us and they put it there, and of course now we know that John Deere is going to be one of the featured manufacturers here in 19, and we're all happy about that and everything. But I really like that little 7530 just simply because it worked really well, and as a matter of fact, I think when we turn the corner here, you're going to see that little tractor right here on this map. We have obviously been using it. I often use this little tractor, the 7530. I often use it as my sprayer or fertilized type tractor because it's small enough yet powerful enough to do those kind of jobs, and it looks good when you're doing it. And again, I've just kind of been very pleased with it, and I hope that you might feel the same way about that little tractor. And so I think I might actually certainly leverage it in 19 if it's going to be available on 19. I'm not sure yet what, or at least I can't remember off the top of my head what all the John Deere tractors and everything are that's in 19. But in any event, if it's not part of the over 100 or over 300 different pieces of equipment, over 100 brands of equipment that's in 19, I'm sure it will come out as a mod. The next one is the little Marshall tipper trailer. Now that is the one that I have over at the pig yard. I first was introduced to that little tipper trailer back in let's see, I think we'll take the Claas tractor, so we'll jump out of this one and jump over here. I think I was first introduced to it back on FarmSim 15, and I was sort of looking for a trailer that was sort of your typical British style small utility tipper type outfit, and I was not disappointed at all with that little tipper. It looks good. It's got a fantastic model to it, and it looks good. It behaves really well, and I just really enjoyed using it. I used it on Colebrook Park Farm, and I've used it on many other maps where I kind of need a small trailer, like feeding the animals and stuff like that. And so of course I added it to this map, and of course it's over at the pig yard, like I said. Fantastic little tipper. The Fendt Vario and the Challenger 1000 tractors, those are very similar to each other. And I really like those. The Challenger obviously is more fitting for an American style map, the yellow tractor, whereas the larger Fendt is more maybe for your British style or European style maps. But those are really well done tractors, and I really enjoyed those. Now, of course, in addition to the larger tractors, I absolutely loved, and I will tell you, I will be one that will raise my hand and say that of the equipment mods, one that I am going to miss the most in the early stages, but I'm sure that it will be introduced for 19, and that is the large John Deere 2623 plow. You've seen me use it a few times. That is just a fantastic plow, and quite honestly, I've even used it on maps that you may have never seen it on. If I could pull it around and get it into the fields, I would often use that plow just to get the fields plowed, especially if I weren't going to be worried about showcasing the plowing and everything, or at least all the fields plowed. I would use that even like on Lawfolds, for example. I used it just to kind of make short business out of those kind of jobs, and just absolutely loved it. It's a huge, I can't recall what the working width of that plow is, but it is just fantastic. And I think that if you're still going to be playing FarmSim, FarmSim 17 for any length of time, I think that it's possibly in your best interest to go ahead and take advantage of that. So we're going to go ahead and sell these here, and then probably go back and get another load as we kind of go through this list. So and I'm going to hack this name, I know, the Cochet header trailer. I'm not using it on this map, but I have certainly used it on others, and it's a fantastic header trailer because, quite honestly, the in-game Giants header trailers for FarmSim 17 just absolutely are awful. They're terrible, especially if you don't have perfect ideal level ground. It's very difficult to get the header off the trailer and back onto the trailer. It wants to hang. The Cochet, COCHET, and you'll find the link to that on my mod spreadsheet. If you're still playing 17 and you want to take advantage of that, just go over there and take a look for that. And of course the Cote universal tank packs, those are just extremely awesome. Those are very good tanker packs. I have used those since the days of Farm Sim 15, and it's just been, they've been fantastic. They look good. Of course there are many other types of tanker type pieces of equipment that's out there. Use whatever works best for you, whatever you like the look of and everything, but you can't beat those universal tanker packs by Cote. The Penta DB50, now that is a tipper that we just had on the back of our other tractor a few minutes ago when we were hauling the compost and the manure and everything around. That is going to be another equipment mod that I am going to desperately miss until it becomes available for Farm Sim 19. It looks good. It functions superior. That was, if I remember correctly, the Penta DB50 tipper trailer was created by a modder. That was his very first mod that he ever created, and it was just fantastic. And I believe, I'm pretty sure that I got that mod in the Lawfolds time frame, because I remember using it. It just looks good, and I've just really enjoyed using it. I've probably used it perhaps maybe a bit too much, if there is such a thing as using a quality mod a little bit too much. And but anyway, it just works really well. Now last episode, when we were harvesting and finishing up the sugar beets, I was using the little field service trailer to fuel up the combine and fuel up another tractor over there. That's another top little mod that is just fantastic in the way that it looks and what you can do with it. Obviously it transports 1800 liters of fuel, I believe, and it also has the functionality to repair your vehicles, to change out tires and that sort of thing. And that would be very that's very immersive for your farm operation. And so definitely check that out if you haven't already. And actually I did a 5-minute mod review on that very mod, and I have it on my channel, so if you want to check that out, then go ahead and do so. Let's make this turn here, and I'll put my eyes back on the list again. The pretty much any universal auto loading trailer like the one that I have here behind, and I believe this is the Joskin model here. I think it is. Is it the Joskin? Yeah, this is the Joskin model. Fantastic. These are available in different styles. This one obviously is the tandem. You can get them with the dolly trailer, which I believe I had on Thornton Farm, which makes it a little easier to get around in the tight turns and that sort of thing. But pretty much any universal auto loading trailer, I'm going to miss those until they come available for 19, just simply because I'm not very good at loading pallets and loading bells and that kind of stuff. And so these things just really simplify the task. It makes it go by a little better. It's less frustrating and all that kind of stuff. And so if you are in the market for these, or if you need something like that, go and check those out. And let me just, I think I'm going to grab us a screenshot here just to kind of showcase what we're sort of doing here. I think this will kind of tell the story, hopefully, and then we'll get right back to our list. So let's go ahead and start selling these bells. And moving right along, of course, you know, I have almost always used the Kerfab bell spikes. I've got them on this map. I've pretty much got them on any map that I've ever played. Whenever they first came out, I'm not sure how long they have been available, but again, that's going to be one more item that I'm hoping will make its way to Farm Sim 19 very soon. Sooner, hopefully, rather than later. And of course, I'm going to complain a little bit about that jump there on getting from the parking lots onto the street here. It's a bit of a bump there. Moving on down the list here, and it basically, that Kerfab bell spike has the locking script on it, so you can pick up like 4 bells at a time and hit X and it locks them down. You don't have to worry about them flying all over the place. The Brookson wood chipper and the Fraze, and I'll also throw in the Pottinger universal loader as well, because those are kind of all similar in the same category and everything. They really make quick work out of whatever task that you need to do. In the scenario of the Brookson, that is just a good wood chipper, and if you want to down trees and then turn them all into sawdust, wood chips, it'll make quick work out of that for you. And of course the Fraze, you've seen me use that, and of course we just used the Pottinger just a few minutes ago. Sort of along the same lines as the Kerfab bell spike, but the CSZ pack, whole selection of different bell spikes and pallet forks and all different kinds of things. Fantastic mod. Not only do they function well, they look darn good while you're doing whatever task that you need to do on the farm. And again, yeah, I'll miss it on FarmSim 19 until they actually make their way to 19. All right, well, last load. Let's go ahead and we'll just do that, and I think we'll pretty much talk out the rest of this list, and then we'll just kind of go through and start saying our goodbyes and everything, and get this map ready to button up and everything. So moving right along, Duck Zorley would be disappointed if I did not include this on my list of favorite mods. And of course, we all know it's his favorite mod, and that is the Corona Big M. Of course, it was available in 15. I think it might have been part of FarmSim 15. If not, it was a mod, but it obviously was a mod for 17. I believe we were maybe a little disappointed that it wasn't featured. Well, it will be part of 19. It is one of the featured pieces of equipment that is available for FarmSim 19, in the box, out of the box, however you want to say that. It is part of the over 300 different pieces of equipment that come in the base game for FarmSim 19. It is a fantastic mowing machine. Duck Zorley, I think, is just happy as long as he's got grass and a Big M. Then he is like a duck out of water. That would be a duck out of water driving a Big M, wouldn't it? Anyway, I know he loves it. I love it. I'm sure you love it too. So looking forward to having the ability to drive that in FarmSim 19 at some point in time. Getting on down the list here, the SOB adjustable weights, these came out pretty soon after 17 came out. I just absolutely love those weights. They look good. They look somewhat realistic. You can adjust them by adding or subtracting weight from them, and they're kind of my go-to. They're kind of my go-to weight when I need to buy a weight for a tractor or use a weight for a tractor, because they just work so well. And I was thinking maybe I had them on this tractor, but I don't. But you know what I'm talking about. And then I think really, and again, this list is not in any order whatsoever, but a truck that I have enjoyed, and I think I might have first used it sometime last year. And I have used it a couple of times on a couple of different maps that I've played, and that is the Mack B61, the old semi truck. The one I usually have mine painted red. It's got the Mack emblem setting out on the hood. Looks just fantastic, and it's a wonderful driving truck. Wonderful looking mod. The door automatically opens when you get in and get out. Just a fantastic little mod, and it looks good. It performs really well, and will look good on a, if you want to play a storyline of, you don't have the latest and greatest brand new equipment, powerful equipment and everything. You've got an old, sort of a truck that's maybe seen its better days, but yet you've kind of overhauled it or whatever. It would look good for that setting, and I hope that truck makes its way to 19. Obviously, after it's been made ready for that. So anyway, that's kind of my thing. I will say I have this sort of noted here, mods that I miss from Farm Sim 15. My gosh, I mean, that's been so long ago. It's been over 2 years since I've played Farm Sim 15 because, of course, from a historical perspective, a timeline perspective, at this particular point in time where we are in November, Farm Sim 17 had been out for almost a month 2 years ago. So we had already started by this time. We had already seen modded maps. I think Stevie's map was already out, or it was very close. We'd already seen some other mods coming out and stuff like that. So we're obviously just a little bit behind, since 19 is coming out later in the year than what 17 did. Soil mod is definitely the mod that I've missed from Farm Sim 15. And I guess, I know that a lot of people, the friend of our channel, Chris, still plays Farm Sim 15 for that very reason, for soil mod reason. Of course, I think he was maybe contemplating maybe saying goodbye to 15 to free up some hard drive space and everything. But of course, there's no real reason why you've got to move from one to the other. You can certainly continue to still play 15. You can still be playing 17 as you progress over to 19. There's no rules that say that you can't do that. But I made a decision, just like I'm pretty much making the decision now, to go ahead and say goodbye to 17. Of course, as I mentioned, I'm hoping that this mod does come out for 19 at some point. It would be kind of cool if it did. And getting everything's closed up here, because again, we're just kind of batting down the hatches and getting things ready for winter. Of course, we've played this map as if we're going to continue to play it. We've got plenty of straw, we've got plenty of hay, our cows are happy, our cows are fed, our pigs are happy, our sheep are happy, everybody's happy. And I will most likely spend the remaining time, because as I said, it is Thursday the 15th of November, so I've got technically 3 more days before we leave, before we get on the road to head to Texas. And I will most likely spend the rest of that time playing over on Mercury Farm, just messing about with that fine map. And then, of course, we'll be out of town for a week, and then I'll be coming back and looking at getting things going with 19 and getting it on the channel and having a good time and sharing all those experiences and everything with all of you. So if you haven't already, please like this video. If you are not a subscriber of the Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. I would consider it a favor to me to please click the subscribe button. That is such a motivation for me when I see that the numbers are going up. I think our next milestone is I think maybe 1,500. I think we're at about 14, and I don't necessarily count these, but I just happened to notice that I think we're about 1475, 1480, something like that. So obviously we're very close to 1,500 subscribers. Would love to hit 1,500 subscribers in the next little bit. Certainly, maybe this calendar year, that would be cool. I don't do this for the numbers and that kind of stuff. I like the small, close-knit group of friends that I have. And but anyway, I'm looking forward to it. But please like and subscribe. That's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing is head over, connect with me on my Discord channel, as well as the Simulation Gaming Society Discord that was founded by myself, Eustace Farmer, and Doug Zorley. It's a great community, and Doug Zorley has been doing a fantastic job of keeping everybody in the loop on Farm Sim 19 stuff, all the Fact Sheet Fridays, all the videos, everything. We've been talking about it over there, so head over there. And then I guess finally, please take care of yourself and also of each other, and just just love one another and be kind to one another, and Enjoy your time with FarmSim 19 if you're gonna upgrade. If not, enjoy your time with 17 or 15 or 13 or whatever in the world you're playing. Just enjoy it. Peace to everyone. We're coming up onto the Christmas holiday season, and of course, that's just even more reason for peace and love and harmony and everything and everything. So thank you again for watching. I think I'm rambling a little bit now because I've kind of got through everything that I wanted to talk about. And I've got to say, this has been a wonderful map. This is a beautiful map to play. If it were to come out for 19, I don't know if I would play it, considering that we've put in 33 episodes. But it would be a fantastic map for maybe you to consider playing if you have not had the opportunity to play GreenRiver in Farm Sim 17. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until sometime, hopefully before the end of November, I hope to return with my first episode on Farm Sim 19 as we sort of trudge our way through the American map there and forging hopefully our cotton empire. I'm very much looking forward to cotton and some of the other things that the game has to offer. And really, I need to stop talking. I'll see you guys on the other side. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now.